Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, where I am definitely going to just knock these challenges out one by one. No problems. Here we go. Just brace yourself. Just brace yourself for all the winning. Here's the thing about this: it's so easy. I don't know how anyone could possibly fail at it. There's such a delay sometimes on creating the clone. Like I press the button and it won't create the clone in the air for like a full second. And so I press the button a second time because I'm like, oh, gee, it's sure like it's very important that that appears, right? Oh, okay, take a breath. How on earth? How did I manage that? Sheesh. Yeah, you really just have to like... You have to trust to such a degree. That's not gonna work. Alright, let's die on purpose here and just wind it back. Would like to get into the next area with more health than that. Okay. Alright. That was, we learned things. So it was the first time seeing that area, and we got pretty far into it. Good start, good omens. Just like fully watch myself fall into a pit. I almost forgot to make the clone there. That would have been bad. Reset that. I'm not sure whether that's going to be... Okay, yeah, it put me through. That was not the ideal placement for that body. Let me try this again. There we go. Sometimes it's good to take a little reset, you gotta be sure. Oh my god, I overshot the platform. Okay, there we go. Okay, we can take a moment here to breathe. Jesus. Alright, it's all good, it's fine. Oh, all right. Let's try this again. Okay. That part's not so bad. All right, pretty close to screwing that up in a couple of different ways, but we made it. Yeah, you gotta obviously do it a little differently than I'm doing it there. But I see it now, I see it. That's the first time we got into that vertical section, so I don't feel too bad about not getting it right. Because I do think what you're being asked to do there is a little counterintuitive. Alright, okay, alright. Timing is fairly tight. I can't hesitate in the air like that, which means I have to not air dash. Means if I air dash, then I have to pull back so as to not overshoot the platform. There we go. That's how you're supposed to do that. Whew. Now, see, I would tell you that I was holding down the dash button. But I guess not. You bell. Yeah, I just screwed up my jumps there. Okay, good, clean. There it is. Cool. Second try. Not too bad. Whew. Well, hopefully that bell comes back. We're just going to take a second here. So this is not jump across and then back and then through. It's hit the bell, jump up, and then move through. I don't know for sure that it is. I mean, like, the bell here did eventually vanish. Okay, good, good, good. Ahead of things. So very much on the bells tempo here. Okay, that's a jump off of the wall, then dash back to the same wall maneuver there. Alright, I'll let it reset. I'm a little surprised that I couldn't dash through. And honestly, there's a lot of sections here where probably you can, like, wait for the bell to move beyond a block and then just dash through that block. But obviously, you'd be playing a pretty severe game of catch-up. And I think, in the end, when you get to the vertical shaft, you'd be so far behind that you can't possibly make it up. Alright, here we go. Oh no! Again, the kill volume in that fog is super high. Holy crow. Damn it. This is a tricky bit. I do like this quite a lot. I think this is very cool, but it is hard. Yeah, the window there is extremely narrow. Getting ahead of myself. This bell is my personal J.K. Simmons, and I have to respect it like my personal J.K. Simmons. Yeah, it's like that, except faster. I'm sure anybody else, like, I had a fairly demanding music teacher. He wasn't quite on that level, but I wasn't quite playing in that level of band either. But that movie definitely brought back some shit for me. Alright, not exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, but it's working. Okay. That was right, I just didn't modulate the dash at the end. You know, aside from the part where I didn't do the thing you have to do to survive, that was totally correct. Yeah, I just got all in my head about it. I hesitated. Alright, here we go. The constant machine noises at this point in the run are very annoying. I could do without that. Ooh. Okay, not fucking bad, actually. Actually, great work, me. Whew. Okay, this thing again. This is a nightmare. Now, see, that's wild. So I pressed E before the dodge, obviously, because the clone came out in the place I was before dodging. But it took until after the dodge for it to even begin to appear. And if I hadn't been locked in my dodge animation, I would have either given up on it appearing or pressed E again to try to get the clone to appear again. You know, like, that's a really good example of how, like, the squishiness of the timing on this ability makes it really badly suited for stuff like what it's being used for here. Like, press this button and sometime in the next second, or maybe not, a clone will appear. And if it did, then good for you. And if not, well, then I guess you're fucking dead. Enjoy that. No! I was just a little too low. Okay. Alright. I do not like these puzzles. Go, go, go. I wonder. I might be able to get that, honestly. I don't need to. Like, I can just take the arrow shot. It is designed for you to do it with the arrow. I was trying to run over and slide down that wall, and I went too low. Okay. Alright, there we go. That's like a pretty clean version of that one, I guess. Here's where I was getting screwed up last time. I want this to be over here. Okay. That was a pretty messy version of that, but we got there. I don't, yeah, I'm refreshing myself a little bit here because I don't remember this part very well. Oh no, okay, so I have to go. Wait. Make sure to drink potion before. I believe I survived that. Oh, okay. Over to the right. Over to the right. Cool. Good, good, good. Definitely what I was trying to do. Shit. You do have to actually hit the switch. It's a pretty critical part of the whole thing. Oh god. I see. Okay. Can't drink potion. Oh god. Alright. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, not a bad start. I'm definitely like hunching and getting all tense here. Loosen up. Loosen up, but also remember what you're doing here. I'll tell you what, it's the tension. It's the hunching down and getting all tense that is like the start of my brain turning the stuff I'm doing into just button presses instead of committing actions, and that's how I start getting into like wrong button presses. Okay, that's pretty good. That was pretty good. Okay, yeah, not bad, not bad. I'm getting some decently clean stuff going here. Ah, shit. Just fully like I got up in the air and I panicked. Here's the thing. I want this to be over here. Alright, a somewhat messier version of that, but we got it done. Here comes the part where I could potentially lose a billion lives. Yep, we gotta go left, leave the clone left. Then jump over to the right. Okay, that's not on me. That's just not how the puzzle works. I don't really know what to make of that. Okay, I see. I've not actually gotten through that part before, so that was I'm still exploring this bit. Okay, leave a clone on the left side. All right. I do feel like with these, you basically like have to take a learning death while you figure out what goes where and which things are going to open which things. I don't know that I love that, but whatever. It is what it is. Ooh, okay. Hey, not bad. That didn't take too long. It was really annoying to do, but it didn't take too long. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I just don't enjoy that one. Okay. That sucks. That's a silly way to die. Just over-correcting my jump right back into the spike thing. I mean, that seems like the way to do it, though. That seems like a pretty viable strategy. There we go. Just barely enough distance. Nice. Very pleased with that parry. Oh, this is... Okay, just barely. Okay, very clean. Ow. I only took one arrow directly to the groin. Just trying to hold him in place until the trap got back, but whatever, it got the job done. Ah, damn it. Wow, that thing has some range. Also, just kind of prevented me from parrying there. Right, blades will deal with a lot of the enemies. The ones near the roof, we can use arrows to do that too. Just need to keep jumping over blades as they approach. Why did I do that? Oh god. Alright, okay, everything's pretty under control then. Just stay alive and let the blades do the thing. Off the ledge. Whew, yeah. Alright, get edge guarded, nerd. So, never seen those last two waves before, but it turns out they were not too difficult. Yeah, the last one being a Sargon could absolutely be tricky, right? don't love taking damage on the first little animal waves. I also really don't love how these guys have like a variable amount of health, or my combo does a variable amount of damage or something. So most of the time they die in a combo, but every once in a while it takes a combo plus one, and there's no way as far as I can tell to tell which circumstances are going to be which. Alright, pretty annoyed that I did not get credit for the parry the first time. That's pretty good though. That's a nice way for that to go. Let me just get through this middle phase without taking another hit. I think we're still on track for something. I don't actually know what's at the end still. Okay, it's a little less than ideal. Things are going smoothly though. Ooh, I parried really early there. A little bit of a gimme. I appreciate the game giving it to me though. So yeah, both of these enemies are enemies that sometimes die to a single combo and sometimes take combo plus one. And in the case of those guys, it's considerably more meaningful, the difference. You know, that wave of them at least. Okay, Bird Gauntlet. Bird Gauntlet's not too bad until the crossover portion, which I think starts here. Yeah. Okay, I got it though. Alright, now this is the part where I have some difficulties. So I'm really bad at fighting these guys. Or maybe I'm not, and maybe that's the end? No, of course not. God damn it. Okay, at least it's a very low health Yosh. No more? Good? Clean? Good? Okay, Jesus Christ. Just tack a couple of bosses on the end there, why don't you? Okay, but we did it, and now we have another boss fight available. Jahandar is not, I do not remember which one is Jahandar. Is Jahandar the Manticore? I am concerned that Jahandar is the Manticore. Alright. This fight was plenty hard already. I guess we'll see. Yeah, we probably don't need a whole thing about it, though. Okay, well. So I wonder, both times there we saw Paw Strike, the Claw Swipe, followed immediately by a heads down charge. I wonder if that's always the case. It seems like probably yes. Okay. Ooh. We do not have the Athra surges that I would like here. Also, Jahandar has, this version of Jahandar has crazy HP. Holy hell. I mean, I think I need to fire that basically just like every time it is available, right? Keep the damage up. There's a lot of stuff that can go wrong during this fight, and I need to minimize. Yeah, fuck you. I need to minimize the amount of time that I am actually fighting. Huh. Oh, interesting. You can interrupt him out of the summon of the Death Orb. Okay, that was like a really sloppy fight aside from that, but that's fascinating information. That's so much damage. A Death Orb that I do not have the ability to counter. We were really close. Okay, one more time. I could have countered that, but I wasn't in position. Because Shabazz can only be done on the ground. It's a little more rigid than the tier 1 surge that we like. I don't want to be over here. This is bad. Thank you for letting me have a little bit of room. Well off the ground here. It just feels better to fight from the air, although it does certainly make me vulnerable to certain kinds of shenanigans. I think it's probably just because I'm used to it, trying to use it to maximize our amulets during the main game. I dashed a little bit early. It didn't end up hurting us too much. I'm a little embarrassed by getting hit by that. Shit. I'm not anywhere near close enough. Oh, no. All right. It hit him, but it didn't cancel the orb. Well, I mean, that's still good. I should probably just drink while it's safe to do so now. Oh. Backstepped me into the poison. What an asshole. We're so close to killing him. Okay. Again, the player should be doing this stuff, like, at the very least, make it a QTE, right? God of War had this figured out 30 years ago. Oh my god, when did the God of War games... Not 30 years ago, 20 years ago? Ugh. In any case, that sound was all of my bones turning to dust. But we did it! We earned the thing! We got... Places charged attack with a flaming Athra tornado, which applies a burning effect to the enemy. That seems like it could be really cool, actually. It's a very expensive amulet, though. Also got fancy new pants. Let's see what Lion mode looks like. No, wait, it's on character skins. Is Lion a good one? Nope, Lion is a different... I think of these two... So I'm assuming that they're all going to be themed the same way. Of these two, I do like Homa better. But honestly, I think his default skin looks real good. Okay, so with that, we have 800 crystals, and we're going to go use some of those crystals to create a clone for no
Welcome.
reason in front of the merchant,
Welcome.
and then purchase potion efficiency. Okay. There we go. And then we will return to a glorious time before we had potion efficiency. Ah, isn't that better? All right. Hey there. What's up?
Glad to see you, Nate.
Good thing you're here. I saw Rajan in the lower citadel.
He was taking too long between his sentences.
We've got to find the snake in the grass before it bites us. Are you with me?
I guess?
Find me in the lower citadel. I'll mark the location with your eye. Let's go. We have to strike first.
I mean, Rad is right in Radjen's name. Can we maybe not just assume that she'll be, like, cool or whatever? I don't know. Stuff to do. For now, I need a rest, and I think that's probably... I haven't cut all the clips together yet, but I bet that's